Please get away from me.
The airplane.
Please get the hell away from me now.
Dude, back off.
So the UK police are investigating the first case of sexual assault in the metaverse, victim left with emotional and psychological impact. What they've said is that the UK police will be investigating this as more people gravitate towards the metaverse. Sadly, there are those that are using it for sinister means. The United Kingdom authorities is investigating its first case of rape in the virtual reality. As reported by the Daily Mail, a child under the age of 16 was recently attacked in a VR game when her avatar was gang raped by a group of strangers also in the metaverse. So obviously we can't show the video on here. The victim experienced the attack while wearing the VR headset. She was not physically assaulted, nor did she encounter the rapist in real life. It is unknown what game the child was playing. However, meta games such as Horizon Worlds have come under intense scrutiny for the way predators have chosen to use the platforms. Several instances of players using their avatars to grape other avatars seem to indicate that some people are using the metaverse to act out their violent acts. Unfortunately, there are not many protections for underage metaverse users. Given the immersive nature of these types of games, officials strongly believe the UK victim endured similar trauma as a real-life rape victim. One insider close to the situation told the Daily Mail there is an emotional and psychological impact on the victim that is longer term than any physical injuries. Authorities are not releasing details of them. It's still unclear who the perpetrators are. I have my opinions on that. Do you have any opinions on that whatsoever?
My first question is there an age limit on these games?
I don't think there is. I think that anyone can get on them. I think it's like +3 for a lot of them, maybe +8.
I'll be honest, I'm like somewhere in the middle with this. Reason being is that if it is a young girl playing it and she's never been exposed to anything of a sexual nature before, that is quite, because if you're on the headsets and you're talking, that is quite creepy. Like that would sort of scare you a little bit at that sort of young age. And then the whole concept of, are these people just messing about and being silly, or do they actually are they actually the sort of people that do have ill intentions outside of a game? I think it's ridiculous because everyone is silly on games. You know, we've all done. Well, I'm not going to say we've all done, but like, you know, games like GTA. I know that game's an older sort of age, but you've got all the girls that walk around. Then you'll just be silly with it. Do you know what I mean? So I think a part of it's just, you know, young people being silly, or older people. I don't know the ages, but a part of me also doesn't want to be insensitive to it. I don't think me personally, I wouldn't suffer psychological trauma from someone doing that on a game. I'd probably find it funny, but I can understand for somebody of her age how that could be quite disturbing.
Okay, so these incidents have been occurring in video games for a while now, and this dates back to Halo 2 on the original Xbox. I remember they were saying that teabagging your opponent was a form of assault. So teabagging your opponent, I don't know if you know, but for anyone that doesn't know, is when you're playing a shooting game, when someone shoots you and kills you, they walk over to your body and they press the crouch button over and over again. So your character is going like this. So it looks like you're teabagging them. So what guys would do in Halo, and back in those days, I can't really remember any girls really playing much. They would kill a guy, the whole team would go over to his body and start teabagging him. And it was just like, whatever, you know, it's not a big deal. But then these Anita Sarkeesian types started popping up.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
These grifters, these feminists from, you know, feminist frequency, whatever they used to call it, and they started complaining, saying this is assault. What they were saying on the headset, it's derogatory to women. I've got a newsflash for you, okay? Everybody catches heat on the headset. Yeah. Everybody. If you want to come into a gaming space and be treated as equals, you're going to catch heat.
Yeah, watch someone play Call of Duty on a headset.
It's brutal. I remember the Call of Duty 4 days back in school. That shit was brutal. The minute I didn't even speak, man called me a monkey. I was like, yo, how did you...
No, it's like everyone is always going to cuss your mum as well.
Yeah, your mum's so fat. The insults on the Call of Duty 4 headsets are legendary. Even on Mortal Kombat's got a very... as the kids would say toxic community. The minute you start fighting, hey, you a monkey. That was my first match
Everyone
in
is
Mortal Kombat.
really racist on there. They are.
Yeah, so it's not that they're targeting women, for example, because that was the big narrative going around for a while. I remember Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, and you could put a rope around characters and drag them across the floor while you're riding the horse. And they were saying, oh, they're targeting women. No, everyone gets it. If you play GTA, yeah, there's prostitutes walking around, but there's also loads of civilians that people get in their car in, and they just run them over. Now, I guarantee you, as GTA 6 is approaching, it's coming out in a year, we're going to see more of this popping up. GTA 6 looks very, very realistic. And there's going to be people that will find women walking down the road and start shooting at them. And it's just going to be your everyday people. You know, when I play GTA, I go on some sadistic killing spree. I kill everything in sight, including my friends. That's why they don't play with me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'll
I'm brutal with it as well.
yeah.
Even if I catch my friends playing Sims, because I don't like that game, I put their Sims in the swimming pool and I take the ladder out and watch them drown. I'm obviously not going to do that to people in real life.
So then why are you so pissed off when Shaq shut the door on you?
Because I spent an hour in that asylum.
So maybe they spent an hour building their Sims house and you just made them drown.
No, they can be pissed off at me drowning them. They can't say that I'm a sadistic serial killer that's acting out his fantasies through
No,
a
I'm
game.
just asking why you're so pissed off that.
I've told you why. I'm not getting into that. What I'm saying is that now let's move the subject to this graping thing that they're talking about. We didn't see what exactly happened with the 16-year-old girl and this game. I don't even know. I don't particularly understand how the game works. But if it's anything like what happens in Halo, then it's not great. And for you to say that she suffered similar psychological damage as she would have if she actually got raped is absolutely insane. Insane. I have been, as someone that's been playing games since they were little, and I was there when online gaming became a thing. I was there playing with older guys online. I can hear them on the headset saying weird shit, shooting me and then teabagging my body. Do you think I felt assaulted? It's a fucking game. I know the metaverse is going to become more immersive. They're going to try to turn it into like a Ready Player One thing. That is a different conversation. I don't know what's going to happen when that becomes a thing. When that becomes a thing, I'll be more willing to entertain it. But do you know what she could have done? That's it. Take the headset off.
Can you not like run away in these games?
You can run away.
Run.
I don't think the game is so advanced that they literally had her down by her neck. Like, I don't think that's what was going on here. I think they've exaggerated what it is. She has not suffered psychological damage comparable to a woman that has literally been pinned down by a group of men and forcefully assaulted. That is an absurd thing to say. I remember I used to get this even on fight. It happens to a lesser extent on fighting games. But there was, in Mortal Kombat 11, there was this system that the developers actually implemented. And it was called Mercy. So at the end of Mortal Kombat, it says finish them, right? And their heads there going like this. You can do this thing. Instead of doing a fatality, you do Mercy. And it gives them life back. And it's basically you taking the piss out of them, saying, I'll give you more life and I'm still going to beat you. And people were losing their minds. Like, someone was literally... I did it to somebody in a tournament. And he went mad at me. And he got proper offended. And I was like, bro, it's a game. And he was saying that it causes anxiety because you've already beaten me on the game. Now everybody's watching you take the piss out of me.
It's just a game.
Touch grass, bitch. Touch grass. They're just games. Nobody's actually having anything forced upon them. You can take the headset off. You can take the VR goggles off. People are always going to say shitty things in games. All this regulation that they're trying to do, I'm not for it. Nonsense. There's actual issues. There's issues within the gaming community. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've already spoken about Smash Brothers in length. That community is a walking red flag as far as I'm concerned. But this whole she was raped and they need to investigate it as an actual criminal offense is insane to me. I can only imagine what's going to happen when the Ready Player One stuff becomes a reality, because it's coming. It's not far. We're not far from it. And GTA 6 being a very immersive experience, and people are going to be playing online. They're going to be shooting women. There's children in it now as well. I've never seen children in GTA before walking on the streets. I saw children in that trailer. I'm pretty sure I saw children on the beach. Now, I'm sorry, I'm just going to be straight up with you. If there's children on the beach, I'm still going to take my car and drive it straight through the beach. And I'm going to have a good time. And I'm going to be sitting in the car with my friends doing it, shooting everyone. Does that mean that I want to go out on a killing spree in real life? Obviously not. It's a fucking game. Do you think I want to rip off someone's spine just because I tore Scorpion's spine out in Mortal Kombat? Do you think I want to punch someone off a balcony just because I punched my friend's Kazuya off a balcony in Tekken? It's all nonsense. I'm throwing out that criminal investigation, waste of resources. That's what it is. Don't let little kids play the game. If that's the case, we're not going to be psychologically harmed if a bunch of guys hypothetically pin us down in a video game world and grape us. I'm going to take the headset off, or I'm just going to respawn and continue about my day. Maybe kids shouldn't be playing these metaverse games. Maybe that's the problem. You're not going to be able to get rid of all these guys doing X, Y, and Z on it. Or the girls for that matter. I've heard some girls say some really foul things on Call of Duty before. So,
really?
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Well, the same things that guys say. They'll fat N-word, your mom this, your mom that. Like, they're playing Call of Duty with other guys. So they're going to adopt the language that those guys are using. And we've all heard what guys are like on group chat headsets. I mean, you've heard what we're like on group chat headsets. Anyone can get it, and anyone will get it. And that's just the way it is. So if you don't like it, don't fucking play games, man. Just sit in your room and stare at the wall.